Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Never Open Podcast, the podcast open to everyone, especially the Prince. We're ready for him. We made way for him, and he's here. My name is Luke. I'm your host of the Never Open Podcast, and with me, as always, is Mr. Guy. Say hello, Mr. Guy.
Hello, Mr. Guy. Hello, Luke. And hello to the winners out there. I rarely get a win, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining. Life's fine, but I rarely get a win. And I feel like this Newman win was a little bit of a win for pro wrestling and a win for New Japan. And I feel like that's a win for me too. And that's what we're going to talk about, that and more on the Never Open Podcast.
Correct. In fact, if it wasn't for the end of the New Japan Cup going the kind of way that we both wanted it to, my intro would have been like, especially Afro Man, because that's always also a win that put a smile on my face as well. So there is that. But first, yes, we are going to be talking about every night of the New Japan Cup from night 6 to the end. Mostly tournament matches, but we will mention important things if and when they arise. And that's, pretty much like the last night that only happens anyway. But yes, you can... there are ways you can contact and interact with us if you wish to. We are on the Blue Sky. I am at GrumpyT2EB. Mr. Guy is at Drucifer Tweets. Collectively, we are at Never Open Pod. If you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. neveropenpod@gmail.com. If you got any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can buy merch that'll make you look never. And you can also see me stumbling, but also crushing, sort of half and half, this intro on YouTube. We are on the YouTube. Man, I wish it was the similar time of day that Mr. Andy is having, because he's enjoying what looks like a pint, and it's morning for me, so I'm having a coffee. But man, that's good. You can watch all that shenanigans. You probably won't see him drink because he'll have a sip when.
Yeah, I was doing it while you were talking, so that people didn't see me drinking the pint.
But
hey,
it's a pint glass, yeah.
But we're all drunk and we're having a blast on the Never Open Podcast, so there is that.
Hey, there you go. Fits the theme tune, baby, for the New Japan Cup, and you can see all that stuff on YouTube. Hi, Never Open Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.
Luke, we begin our journey on the 12th of March at night 6 of the New Japan Cup, excuse me. And wow. And I was thinking it might be the New Japan Cup NU Japan Cup, because that's the name of the theme song, but it really is the New Japan Cup NEW. We'll talk more about that later. But this show is at the Takamatsu Municipal Gymnasium in Kagawa. We've seen this venue many times now. It is very recognizable because of the giant windows that they have covered. This is where Matsumoto and Zane J debuted, and they've been there like 3 times since. So that's where we're at tonight.
That's right. I just want to make one note before we talk about any tournament matches, and that is Walker Stewart was back from this night to the end. So whatever family stuff he was dealing with, I'm glad it calmed down enough for him to come back. I hope he's all right. Yeah. Now, there is a match I was really looking forward to, and only because I get to see him. Did I expect him to win? Hell no. But you know what? Singles matches with Kojima against a lot of New Japan current top guys, they're not as common as you might like to think they are. They're not. Well, Kojima might lose a lot of them in these days, but you know what? That dude still got it. It's just luck, I guess, how often you got a bit of wear and tear or injuries and things like that. That's just how long you can go. And in fact, this guy's in his mid-50s and he's still having really fun matches like this. So it is Satoshi Kojima, Mr. Goddamn Bread versus Ren Narita, the Never Open champion. There's only one ref for this. It's Marty Asami, ref Chumpy.
Yeah, he's there to get buried tonight.
Oh, dude.
I don't like it.
I reckon he's been doing some chump bump boot camp classes, I guess, before this tournament, because he's been bumping a lot this whole time.
I know.
Now, I want to make a right. You saw the table in this match, right?
Mm-hmm.
This to me reminded me of, remember the one of the previous nights where Aaron Wolf and Farley might have had a table spot, but like the table fell over. So rather than like do the spot, Wolf just grabbed the table and whacked Farley over the head with it.
Now that's like his
I
gimmick.
think this is that table.
Oh, okay. Is it
because
got the
it's got like
tape around the ends and stuff? Is that the one?
Like, but there's also tape on the flat of the table as well. Like where there were head bumps or something, head dents or something like that.
Foley shaped like hole in it, like almost. I got you. Okay.
I just love the fact it's like, hey, this table didn't break. Use it again, brother. Like, yeah, hell yeah. By the way, New Japan Pro Wrestling. If you ever have a table in a big match that doesn't break, auction that shit off. I want a table. I would buy a gimmick table that didn't break because Gabe Kidd's head didn't go through it or something. I want that. No, I probably wouldn't be able to afford it, but it's kind of fun.
We need to ask though, Luke, what does the table want? You know what I mean? Does it want to get shattered into a million pieces? Is that like living hard and and dying young and only the good die young? Is that kind of what that's like? Or do you want to have a long life where you just like some dude podcasts off of you? I mean, I don't know.
Think it is a tables, a Japanese wrestling tables honor and a privilege to go down in a wrestling match. But this table, it survived a match, and then it got to do something that is very rare in this decade or era of wrestling. It got to sacrifice itself for Mr. Satoshi Kojima, Mr. Bread, who takes a friggin' table spot in this match. I'm like, all right, respect, because all right, you're not that far away from 60, but also you don't ever have to do any of that, Mr. Kojima. We know you're a badass and all that kind of stuff, but you know what I love? This dude's an adorable, absolutely lovely, big, strong, badass, that'll fuck you up wrestler. And they still will make the Bread Man look strong as hell.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't think he would have had a problem with him being like the normal House of Torture kind of win. That's fine, that's how it goes. But no, he goes through a table, which is awesome. And then he gets hit with the double cross. And no one came to help Kojima, by the way, which was a little disappointing. Like, maybe Taishi hasn't... He's ready to shake his hand, but he's not going to take a spot for him or anything like that, maybe. I don't know. But I was entertained by this. And I think Kojima did more than he absolutely needed to make Ren Narita, who's now the the leader of House of Torture, be a dastardly piece of shit. I like this.
Right, and that would have been Ishii, and the match probably would have gone exactly the same way. Even table spot and all that probably too. So I thought that was fine. Ren moves on. Next, we have another match in the New Japan Cup, and it is Henare versus Boltin Oleg. I was expecting a lot out of this match. It was disappointing to me. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I mean, the match was not bad. I just didn't really get into it. I was like, I don't know what it was about this match, but Boltin Oleg wins. He hits the kamikaze and gets the win. It was very never at times. There was some good stuff going on with it. I don't know. Maybe, is it a chemistry thing? Is it my problem? What do you think?
I was thinking about this because I remember a couple of messages, which I'll bring up later. It's the general message that one of us might send to each other every now and again of, that match was great, but if the other person had won, I'm not sure if I would have liked it as much. Now, for me, this whole tournament and what it will eventually do is it's, and even some of the previews with like Akira and things like that, what we need to do is we've got a full empire and we need to do shit with these guys. Oleg's got 2 titles, so I was just like, fucking sweet. Henare. Wreck your shit up. Boom. Let's set up this title match, right? That's kind of what I was hoping for, because we need to start, and not just the top empire guys, like Jake Lee or Andrade or, well, Callum Newman. We need to have stuff going on for Great Khan and Henare and other members and stuff. Look, they're even doing things with Bag. So my brain was like, all right, Hanare should win this. Look, doesn't hurt Oleg. He's got 2 damn titles. He's already spiffing. It's fine. And then I was kind of like, I like both guys, but I was kind of bummed that Oleg won this one because
Really? Okay.
Boss is not bad. I guess I just wanted, like, I was like, perfect time to set something up. But I guess they're going to intermingle titles even more, I guess, later. So, yeah, maybe
I
that's...
see what you're saying. So Hanare could have got a title match out of this, right? For the stank belt. Is that what you were saying?
It's time to start stacking things up for the Empire guys. Like,
yeah, I got you.
And look, even though he got injured, he's pretty much one of the founding dudes of the group as well.
Yeah,
Khan. So, yeah, if they're not going to go that way, then maybe a tag title run. I'm fine. That's fine. But yeah,
it sucks seeing Hanare be just a guy in New Japan after the Never run and his title, his matches with Shingo and all that shit. It's a shame, but he's there, ready to heat up whenever they want to, and somebody's got to lose, So, I did like in this match, and this is something Hanare's been doing, is he does the Chris Jericho, come on, baby, but he does a pin, and Red Shoes will not count it. He's like, nope. That was fun. But yeah, I thought this was an okay night of the New Japan Cup. I did like Bread versus Ren, but it was fine. Are you ready to move on to night 7?
I absolutely am, yes.
That was on the 13th of March, and that was at Kanazawa Park Gymnasium. No number. They only got 1.
That's right. That's incredible that they don't have 30 of these.
Small town,
They don't have 2 municipal administration convention.
Right.
Halls.
Come on, man. What is going on here?
And here's another match I really like. And it's because it just makes me like both guys even more as I'm watching it. And it is Big Jag, Hartley Jackson versus Callum Newman. Now we've seen Callum Newman against another one of the big dudes in Oscar Lueb.
Similar match here,
yeah. But Jag's big in a different way. Jag's wide. Jag's the wide bouncer you can't get past the door, but because he totally blocks it, right? He's the guy who's rugby. If he was playing rugby or I guess NFL, his job would be crunch those people now. That would be his role, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the ball. Your job is to smash. Like that's kind of it. And of course, we got Marty Asami here. This is what I like about almost the entire tournament. We get a main event Marty eventually, but
spoilers
all the time. All right, I really like this. There is a freaking gnarly rolling bump, and I'm almost like
right on the taint. Newman landed right on the taint. It looked awful.
Was Callum one of those guys that we used to go like, dude, we like you, stay in the ring?
No, I don't think so.
Or like he didn't have it fully yet or something. Like maybe not as bad as we thought. Well,
the Empire Empire didn't go in the crowd. This is kind of a new thing for them, right? So
yeah, dude, that was unfreaking gnarly bump, man. There's some bowling, of course. Jag barely makes it in before for the count. Like, look at Callum, man. He's got. I was like, holy shit, that's a giant bruise on his leg. But no, it's I think that's his thigh tattoo. So I'm sorry. Hey, I've done that with almost every wrestler at some point who has a tattoo. Man, that guy's arm's fucked up. Oh no,
yeah,
I forgot. That's
Remember when Murashima first showed up and we were like, "Is his arm okay?" Are they beating the fuck out of him? They stretching him that hard that half his body's bruised. But exactly, no, it's not that.
No. Yeah, I was like, what is with this dude?
Damn,
that's just like
Suzuki.
Relax, Luke. Like, shut the fuck up. That's how he is. Like, yeah. No, as soon as I realized that, like, I stopped all those comments because, like, fair enough. Now, what I like though is you expect Callum to make Oscar look super strong, tag champ, higher up on the totem than Jag, but that's what I like. He bumps for Jag big time. He gets a kick out of Hartley Jackson's Jagged Edge, but barely. But hey, that's setting a bit of precedent for some big, powerful kickouts that this man's going to do later on. There's a and we both probably know because of the totem pole of New Japan at the moment. Callum probably didn't need to do all this, but we're setting up the character here of what this guy will do to win. Nobody wants to win this tournament more than Callum Newman. That's what he keeps telling us.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He's going to do anything he can to do it. Anything. Low blow, Excalibur, and Callum Newman pins Hartley Jackson. I like this a lot.
Yeah, Zane J was involved in this match. He slid in the chair to distract Marty, and then that's when he hit the low blow. I thought the taint bump was insane. I thought the monster bumps into the chairs were insane. And I'm thinking, I knew Newman would win this, but this is the steam. He's got to get the steam behind him if he's going to, do it. And that's who I want to win the tournament, because I want him to become top heel like a Kenny Omega top heel, because I think he can do it. And I think he can have monster main event Wrestle Kingdom matches with Zack Sabre Jr., with Shota Umino, with whoever the fuck. I can't wait to see it. That's what we're building here.
We're gonna see proof of that.
Yeah, that's what we're building here, and I just love it. Anyway, main event, you would think I would not like this match, because Goto wins, of course, but this match is fucking great. It's Jake Lee versus Goto. Jake Lee tries to do the boot on the chest pin, and Red Shoes won't count that either. He doesn't care. But Jake Lee's whole plan is to go after the Timmy Tum. He's going after Goto's tummy, and we know that can get upset when he drinks too many energy drinks. So that was great. Goto reverses a kicky kick into the GTR off the ropes, and he gets the GTR and he wins. He better not win the New Japan Cup was kind of what I was thinking here. Man, Jake Lee came in as a top guy. That ended real quick, huh? And
I really hope they don't Kenta him, because I was hoping they would do great things with Kenta, and they did to a point, and then it was like,
that's a good comparison. I mean, listen, everybody out there, we're not saying Jake Lee is as good of a wrestler as Kenta, so relax. But his booking is comparable. You know what I mean? And it's interesting because both guys resorted to be a comedy character eventually. Jake Lee didn't. He had to get injured first. Well, so did Kenta. But anyway, I thought that was a better night of New Japan Cup. I, of course, will be releasing our rankings of the New Japan Cup matches for the last 5 years on our next, end of year episode, which will happen. But
Fantasy Greenbook?
Sure, let's hear it.
All right, so we've got a kind of cerebral, creative kind of I like to fuck with people wrestler with Jake Lee. Imagine if the story was, I think all you never people are dumb meatheads, and his whole thing was I can beat all these idiots. I don't even have to do super strong mega stuff. All I got to do is outthink them because they're dumb meat on meat kind of guys. And he does. He wins the title. And now it's just him proving it for a little while until someone comes up to him with fucking mega never machismo and wrecks his shit. There you go.
Okay. You want Jake Lee to have the never title. Wow. That is high praise right there. Because usually you get mad when not a guy that's not never gets it. So
I like seeing him kick the shit out of people. So
yeah. Okay.
He's got giant ass legs. He's got bursts of speed. But I think he could, I don't know. He could make me kind of laugh, but also make me think he's a bit of a pizza as well. So I don't know. I think he could make a good heel never champion.
Here's his first defense. It's against Goto, who's trying to defend the name of Never, but his body fails him. And Jake Lee kicks his ass.
Yeah.
If that happens,
tummy tum that he pukes energy drinks.
All over Yoshihashi. But yes, Luke, night 8, we have to talk about something because there's something sad that happens on night 8, and that is that we are, in Nagoya, but we're not at the fucking Dolphins Arena.
What the hell?
And I shed a tear, thinking that we watched a wrestling show where that happened. So what I did is I scoured the internet for the Google reviews about this piece of shit place called the Nagoya Kinjo Pier Arena It's crappy, so I was surely to find many bad reviews. But apparently they don't have a ton of reviews about this place. But I found a few. Luke, I sent you one earlier.
You sure did, man. Like do they not think they can fill dolphins at the moment? Man, that's a depressing thought.
Maybe it's finally getting renovated. I thought that already happened, but maybe that's what's going on. Because I mean, shit's fucked if we're not at Dolphins Arena.
Maybe they walked Doki through, and he was just like, "Nah, that's not perfect. I don't like some of this." And they're like, "All right, cool. All right, thank you, Lord Doki."
Hit a bunch of workers with a pipe, and he knocked over some load-bearing skeletons, and they had to rebuild the whole thing. So
look at this one pipe hit, and the skeleton falls down like a house of cards. Like, what's going on?
That's a lot of fun.
All right, here we go. Lion face, lemon face. I'm a little physically unwell, so I can only get there by car. If the arena had a large, free parking lot, it would be easier for many people to use. With Legoland now built, that might be a problem. Maybe I'm just a country bumpkin, but I find it strange that sports facilities like gyms don't have their own parking lots. 1 star.
That's very logistical. You know what I mean? That's kind of if there was only a willful like staff member in there, it would have been perfect. You know, it was like it was a pretty good one though.
The thing is though, when you live out in the country, you know what you don't really have to do all that much? Pay for parking.
Yeah, come to the city, or come to town.
Have to worry about looking for a bloody parking space.
Yeah, you just park in a field.
Always that's right. Just stop the car. There's so much room, it doesn't fucking matter.
The road is the parking lot. Yeah, that's great. I love it. So, oh man, it's all a field. Oh man, that's amazing. Yes. I also found the thoughts that someone put on the internet about this place, and security guard Sato is a nuisance. 1 star.
Fucking hell.
So
wait, is Kenta Sato moonlighting?
This is his previous job, I think. Yeah.
So,
but if you combine those two reviews, it's the perfect Japanese venue review. The perfect, except they didn't mention a toilet. If they just would have mentioned a toilet, it would have been amazing. But
just once.
Damn.
Yeah. Or some willful female staff, maybe as well.
Yes, it's true.
It's never willful men. It's never annoying male customers in these reviews, dear listeners. Sometimes, but it used to be mostly women that they were complaining about being like too emotional or willful to.
I think security guard Sato is a man, though. That's what I think. And he is a nuisance. Do you know he probably caught this person doing something they weren't supposed to do? And they're like, man, fuck you. I'm going to go bitch about you on the internet. 1 star. So Sato was fired immediately, but he was in the right.
Of course.
So Luke, someone who else should maybe be fired immediately is Yujiro Takahashi. And he's going to face Shota Umino. Switching it up here for you. So, and this match is interesting. Like Yujiro's booking lately is interesting. This is a normal match, right? Yujiro does the thing where he's like, no, I can actually wrestle, right? Like this is the deal. He is getting some character development for the first time in a very, very long time. So I appreciate it. And like he does the like Yano thing basically where he's like, no, I'm going to wrestle for real, right? Until all the hot hunky boys fucking come out, of course. And Yujiro's like, no, I got it. He wrestles a straight up match and it's really good. It's like a big man match. It's all huge moves from huge and Shota. And Shota does a killer job taking his time and doing like matching the pace, right? It's really good. So, oh man, I love it. But it's a ruse. Hot hunky boys come back again, and they there's a chump bump, and then but Shooter handles them all, and he wins. And Shota advances, and Yujiro failed because he tried to wrestle a real match. So it's great. It's like a perfect encapsulated story, but also gives Yujiro some more character development that we're going to get more of soon.
You sent me a message saying I liked Shota versus Yujiro, and like I had to hold back from saying like, fucking for real? All right. No, this match was pretty good. Yeah. Like, all right. I know they've got like not the deepest roster at the moment, but I feel like you and I have talked about New Japan when they didn't have the deepest roster ever as well, and they still didn't really do much with Huge, or if they did, it was something stupid like the triple threat with Okada and Gato, you know, or something dumb like that just made him look
he beat
even more
Ibushi,
pathetic.
remember? That was it. Like
Yeah.
he beat Ibushi. That's like his biggest thing in the past however long.
Or maybe Shingo because he didn't let him get back in the ring that one time, like
right.
double.
Oh yeah,
like,
that's right.
Spoil it. But like, all right, I'm not saying this because I like to make fun of him, but they seem to be doing way more than usual with Yujiro. Is he retiring or something? So they're giving him some last hurrah shit or something. But if they want to lean into him as being evil Yano, fuck yes. That is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because the faces, they let Yano be Yano, which is like, I'm going to punch this guy in the nuts and roll him up. The faces all let him do that. Like, that's just Yano. But evil Yano, his buddies all do that, and they'll help him as well. So, like, it's a bit... Now I'm talking positively about a match between Shota Umino and Yujiro Takahashi. Now, you were right. This was a lot of fun. The right guy went over, of course. And then I thought, right, that's the kind of end of the amazing Yujiro-ness I'll be talking about by the time we record again. Wow. But our main event...
He has another singles match we're going to talk about. That's great. So...
Yeah. No, it's
not as good as this next match, though, which is one of the best matches of the tournament.
No. This match is Ryohei Iwa versus Zack Sabre Jr. Look, every New Japan Cup, you got to give us at least one faction-on-faction kind of match. Because sometimes I'll tease some big ones and we don't get... Like, part of me... I guess he wasn't in the tournament, but like when the bracket was first announced, I was like, oh, we're not going to get it because Ren's in that bracket. But Ishii-Taichi? Oh, you know, things like that. Well, we get at least one here, and it's Ryohei Iwa versus Zack Sabre Jr. This match is never as fuck. And you know how I was saying, like, hey, Jake Lee maybe thinks Never Guys may be dumb, and that's the story. Well, here's some too smart Never Guys. Like this is so much psychology, and you expect that from Zack Sabre Jr. But like someone's soaking this shit up like a sponge, and he also knows the psychologies. You see, and that man is Ryohei Iwa. It is amazing. We see Iwa doing like, hey, you know, there's a couple of juniors in our group. I also learned from them. Guess what they like to do? They like to fuck legs up. And I'm seeing like Iwa doing some just gnarly leg punishing shit to Zack Sabre Jr. And Zack, dude, you know he's going to bump like crazy for everyone. That's just how he is. And like it's amazing. Like Zack never used to be like that. He's like, I mean, like when I first started watching New Japan,
that's true.
Obviously he's gotten so much better. But this is his guy. This is his boy. It's Roy that they sometimes call him, and it's awesome. Anything he can do to make Ryohei Iwa look like a fucking beast with his grappling and some of these submission holds, he does it. And Iwa, come on, man, he's got it. And look, I know the temptation would be to like, let's pump him up to like the global or something like that. Look at the size of this guy, and he's called the Grip. You seriously can't put some Never Gold on this man? Like seriously, at least once. You know, like that's what I would do. And what I do like is Zack Sabre Jr. is not going to make his guy tap out. By the way, I think Shota Yujiro also had main event Marty, semi-main Marty, but so
that's true.
Even more awesome. Now, I like that Iwa puts him in such a brutal submission hold at one point that Zack Sabre Jr. has to go to the ropes. So that's a big deal because you know he hates doing that. And Iwa's not tapping. He's not tapping out either. And it takes like 2 Zack drivers to put his guy down. Now, the story here is also like they've had another match against each other, and Zack won that, but it was a bit more convincing. Zack's win that time. As you know, Ryohei Iwa back from excursion. I don't mean any Young Lion bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But like a Young Lion story, even though he lost against Zack Sabre Jr. in the main event here, it was a lot harder for Zack Sabre Jr. to put him away because they know each other a lot better. And it was just oh man, I fucking loved it. It was a bit of a wrestling work of art. I would have liked an Iwa to go a bit through, but come on, it's Zack Sabre Jr. That dude's like Thanos. He's fucking inevitable a lot of the time, isn't he? And he's one of the few guys that wins too much that I absolutely adore. So I'm not going to complain that he won. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the best matches of the tournament. I loved it. A couple things about it. One, so when people think of strong style, right? That's not a phrase we use very often on the show because it's kind of, cringy at this point. But what people usually think of is people like hitting each other, right? But that's not originally what it was supposed to be. It wasn't just that. It was also holds, strong holds, right? And this match is like Inoki's ghost, whatever the opposite of spinning in its grave is. It was like sitting there peacefully in its grave watching this match because this is that kind of thing. This was strong style, the holds version. They did the headlock, like arm drag headlock takeover into leg scissors escape part for 4 minutes. They did 4 minutes of variations on that, and it was awesome. It was like when the best guitar player ever plays the national anthem, for example, and just plays something simple, and it's insane because of how good they are at doing like the simple shit. Yeah, it's like that. That's what this was like. I love this match. But also I'm happy that Zack Sabre Jr. won because I want to see more singles matches from him. We don't get to see those very often anymore these days, Also, Iwa has a different path right now than some of the guys in his same, kind of age group. So we'll see what happens with him. But that was night 8. That was a good night. I like night 8 a lot. Night 9, Luke. I don't know where it's at. I didn't write it down.
Well, I will tell you that it's what date was the date on it?
It was
15th.
Yeah, it's got to be that one. Yes,
15th. We were at Yamanashi, because the next show's at Big Pallet, and this ain't Big Pallet, so I can recognize fucking Big Pallet by now, dude. Like Corkin, yes. Some of the Osaka plays, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Joe Hall. Oh yeah, I think that might be one of the Budokans. Yep. And Big Pallet's another one. So here we go. This match was a surprise for me in terms of who won it, I guess. And I both like it, but I'm also semi-annoyed. I wonder if you can guess what part of this makes me really annoyed about it. But we do have Marty Asami reffing this. It's Ren Narita versus Boltin Oleg, who has 2 belts already. I just want to point that out. And we got a Katamari Gambit. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, you want to start wailing on Oleg early because he can take a lot of punishments. You just want to go out there and kick the shit out of him. Yeah, smart. All right. I know Oleg does moves like this all the time. Fuck me. He does this amazing release German suplex on Ren Narita. And Ren Narita, I think in order to be a House of Torture guy, and even like up on the totem pole of House of Torture, one thing you have to be really good at is bumps. You have to, because everyone wants to see a hunky boy get their ass kicked. That's their job. So they got to, dude, that just like the way Oleg just tossed him, and that like the perfect kind of like shoulder blade kind of landing and shit that was probably like fine, but just looked gnarly. I was like,
yeah.
So I don't think I've said it too much lately, but just in case anyone's forgotten, fucking love German suplexes. In fact, suplexes of all description, but the Germans are my favorite. Maybe I'll give the edge to the odd straight jacket. Man, Shit, I missed that. Can someone steal that move from Tanner? Everyone else just wants to steal a high fly flow or the freaking dragon screw or the sling blade. Can we see that someone else doing the straight jacket, please? Like that would make me very happy. Now, I thought we'd get Narita in the top 4 because it makes sense for me for someone from House of Torture to make it that far, and then damn, now it's the time for him to finally get his freaking ass kicked. But that's not quite how it goes. I mean, yeah, House of Torture tried to do all the House of Torture stuff, but fuck him over and all this kind of stuff. Now, Oleg's got it kind of handled, and Kamikaze, he beats Ren Narita. Now, I'm not mad that Oleg beats Ren Narita. No. Hell no. What I'm annoyed about is now we're doing it for a sec. Like, we've got 2 wrestlers now that have multiple titles, and now you want to put Oleg in a feud where he wants a 3rd title. I'm like, if you've got too many belts, get rid of some, or I don't know, man. Like, my pet peeve of, like, they do it a lot. They've always, is it just me, or does it always seem like New Japan has at least one storyline going through it at all times where someone's got 2 belts, or there's a story where someone could get 2 belts?
Yeah, that's a popular storyline in New Japan. Yeah. I wouldn't be mad for another match, Oleg versus Ren Narita. This match was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
I'm not. So that's my pet peeve. It's just the title thing. However, I want more.
Right. So I mean, in this case, I don't really care. I will say something I do care about is poor Marty Asami's face. He bumped out of the ring and went face first into the fucking guardrails, and it was like, this fucking guy over here making me concerned. That means he's good. I love this match. The table got thrown at Fale again by Mr. Edward Munster. So that's like his deal now, as he throws tables. He's really bad at it. It's great because he wants to not hurt him.
Is that going to be yeah. When you're new, you might not want to like hurt major veterans or something. I can understand that. Once he gets like a little bit more seasoning, he'll just be like, hey, I'm a big dude. I should be crushing people and making it look good. Yeah.
Well, Fale was like, yeah, just throw it at me. It's fine. I'll take care of myself. But he's like, I can't just not. So I get it. It's crazy. After he's a wrestler for a while, he won't care about anyone but himself. That's how that works. So anyway, that match was awesome. I liked it a lot. I love that Boltin Oleg just won. Like, he hit F5. He hit like huge German suplex. F5000. You can't. It's over. It was great. Big definitive win. I don't know. I love that a lot. That was cool. Next, Luke, we have Yuya Uemura versus Shingo. And this is a New Japan Strong Style heavyweight main event match. That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what they do. Yuya goes after Shingo's arm, but it's the wrong arm, bro. He does the pumping bomber with the other arm, which was dumb. But Yuya traps Shingo's arm when he tries the pumping bomber. That's kind of the deal, right? But he gets it anyway. Last the Dragon, but Yuya kicks out. That was cool. And that had me thinking, I know he rarely wins with that, Shingo. But still,
you mean made in Japan?
Yes. No. The Last of Dragon. Yeah. No, he does win with that. Excuse me. I was because he did kick out of the main Japan this match too. But the Last of Dragon, yes, you kicked out, and I was like, okay. Normally, that's that thing in a match where you're like, oh wait, kicked out of the finisher, he's not winning, right? That was his win right there. But no, that's not what happens here. He gets a triangle choke at one point, but Shingo's like starts to fade. Yuya gets the deadbolt suplex, and he goes for a crossbody, but Shingo crotches him in the corner. Shingo is being shitty ass Shingo, which is the best Shingo. Yuya fights him off, gets the crossbody anyway. He gets that for 2. Yuya finally gets the deadbolt suplex again with the bridge this time. Pins Shingo. He wins. Big respect after the match. That was a very good New Japan Strong Style heavyweight main event, and that's what you wanted from these guys, and that's what Shingo does night after night.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I feel like I did have some legit kind of not major criticisms, but like I remember us talking about how bad the other wrestler was in the Yuya matches, and I'm like, Yuya's in both of those. Yuya was in all of those matches. That's the common factor in all of those. So like, oh man, and I think I even messaged you. I'm like, is he? And like, I'm not 100% serious. The guy's like, he's only been back for like a year or two. Like, come on, give him time. But like, I did send you a message being like, is he going to be like Goto? I can make myself look good. But I'm not an elevator. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't. Yeah.
Well, but having a good match versus Shingo doesn't really like tell you anything because Shingo doesn't have bad matches. So
yeah, but I love this, and I guess Shingo's one of the rare wrestlers that I love that could just lose all the time, and I love. So and I don't go, oh come on, can we have a win?
He won,
I've seen him crush so many motherfuckers.
A lot. I bet you his overall record in New Japan is far in the win category. So
he was in LIJ. His win record was fucking good.
And he didn't lose for 20 matches when he first showed up.
That's right.
So.
He had a massive undefeated streak. It's like, wasn't the first match he lost like the best of the Super Juniors final?
Yeah.
So so dude, he's like Ishii. I could just see him constantly lose, and I don't care because I just watched him do his thing for 15, 30 minutes, like whatever, and it was amazing. Doesn't matter who it's against, and it was good. And you need at least one vet to make it into like the top 4. But I'm kind of like, they're going into this like, yeah, we want the new younger. Yeah, they're doing. I feel like that's been their kind of booking with some of the tournaments the last few years. We've got Wato winning a tournament. We've got Fujita, kind of winning. We got who won the, I don't know. They're being a bit more, I guess, risky with their. Maybe I would say risky in air quotes, but
proactive is what I would say.
There we go. Yeah, it's like.
Or it's just active at this point. The proactive part they screwed up, so now it's just active, right?
Yeah, because I like Hiromu. I didn't want to see him win 3 Best of Super Juniors in a row, so I'm glad we get some more. Yeah. Well, apparently he's going to the E somewhere.
And that's nobody knows.
No.
We're going to Big Pallet though, Luke, on the 17th of March.
Night 10, baby. Yeah. We go. All right. This match, here's a match that made me nervous. Oh, by the way, I just need to complain about something in the tag matches. I'm seeing Bag get too many pins, but you need to warm him up because you need to make him look like a stylistic good Bag, rather than a stanky, rip torn plastic bag. Because
they should just have But you should just have Akira win and just give him the rub. That's how you do that, right? Just right. Akira wins everything by shitty means, but he does it nonetheless.
There you go. Red Shoes is in the curtain jerk on this night as well. Now, I hope you've noticed that anytime a Mr. Shota Umino has the main event, at least in this tournament, Red Shoes ain't doing the matches.
Oh, really?
I think that's he didn't do both of this main event that is tonight and then the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it because look, I know wrestling's fake and you can do anything you want, but still the optics of your dad refereeing your matches is still
not good,
weird, right?
It's not good. Okay, listen. This is so Marty Asami. This is about Marty. It's not about Shota, and here's why. Is that only Marty would get a promotion because of something like this, right? Like, it's like, Marty, we don't want to give you the main event, even though you're the best ref on the fucking roster. We gotta limit your exposure. And so, unfortunately, we have to give you the main event now because of some family drama, and we want to act like we're legit over here. It's the most Marty thing ever. Yeah. It's the most Marty thing ever, and I'm happy about it. So,
yeah, same. And like, look, in the grand scheme of things, wrestling's fake, so who really cares? But it does look weird. Because if you want to see yourself as the king of sports, even in a fake wrestling kind of way, dad refereeing matches, like...
Well, it's still real to Marty, damn it.
That's right. So yeah, that'll be for the main event. But this match made me nervous because I'm like, for me, I'm like, are they serious about this guy, or do they just want to heat him up a bit and that's about it?
He
Like,
lost to Goto in a title match, right? Last year.
Yeah.
Remember that? Because Jeff Cobb was supposed to face him. That's right, right? It was him.
Yeah.
And so
that's right.
Newman took his place. No one thought he could win. He got put over in a loss. It was a good deal. Now Newman's back for revenge. Fuck you, Goto.
I think it's like, let's do it. I'm gonna have to do it this time as well, and put Goto over because I think we often say that he's not a big elevator.
But who's the elevator in this match?
Yeah, it's
Who's
true.
been the elevator the whole tournament? Who made Oscar look like the fucking greatest wrestler alive? It's Newman. He
still made Oscar look like a killer, and Oscar lost. So yeah. He's still got the killer instinct kind of thing. And yeah. All right. Yeah.
Don't get Goto.
Callum is fucking. Callum is incredible. Has it? I think it might have. When did it exactly start? Like, I know no one always has it right from the start because got to get your spot. You've got to get good, like in Dark Souls parlance or something like that, or learn how things work, all that kind of stuff. Was it when they just decided, either backstage or like overtly, so we could see it, to actually inject some fucking life into the Empire, like give them some hope and be like, we got a direction. Like maybe I feel a bit extra motivated now rather than just like turning up to be in the whipping boy team all the time. I don't know, man. Like he's coming out with, he's a star. He's slagging off the crowd, the ref. He does cool shit, and then he tells people to shut the fuck up. He didn't do it for you, like all that kind of stuff. Like this guy, all right, he's not as good as Jay White, because for me he's like some kind of weird prodigy kind of motherfucker. But he's young. He's younger than Jay when JWJ was getting these spots, and man, he's just gonna get better and better. He's fucking. But I'm nervous because Japan loves Goto a lot more than we do, right?
He's in a movie,
and he's the leader of Hontai and stuff.
Right?
So I'm fucking nervous, but that adds to the match for me because like I'm fucking invested in a match with Goto in it. So yeah, and then I say it like, all right, Callum, 1, 2, 3, fucking Goto's on the mat. 1, 2, 3, what? And that's not just great for us. It's also like an extra piece of awesome for Callum because Goto's a former world champion. All right. Like, sure, he doesn't have the title now, but in wrestling, like you beat a former champ. Like, yeah. I really like this match, and I definitely wouldn't have felt that way if I went the other way because Goto doesn't need this shit. He doesn't need it. Callum, though, yeah, and yeah, I'm so excited.
One of the reasons that I compare Callum Newman to Kenny Omega is because before Kenny Omega had the matches with Okada, the average wrestling fan had no idea who he was. And I bet you that is the case with Callum Newman, is that the average wrestling fan has no idea who this guy is. And one day they're going to be like maybe this Wrestle Kingdom, or maybe Dominion. We'll see. We're going to see something huge from Newman. And it's going to be like groundbreaking, and hopefully he sticks around. We have been saying as well, while we got the Fantasy Dream book open, let's go ahead and just write on that page. The next page beats Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door, and they're already talking shit about each other. So, it's got to be that. It's got to be that. And if he loses to Will Ospreay, that's okay, but he's got to fucking almost kill Will Ospreay. And Will Ospreay's got to kill him to do it. It's got to be like a legendary match. So,
like in the post-match loss, I want like Callum to bloody him the fuck up if he loses.
Yeah. Well,
or try to.
Hopefully, he doesn't even have the energy to do that if he loses. You know what I mean? Because he's been killed in order to lose. So, there's only a few things I like more than being right, and that's one of them is main event Marty. And we get main event Marty tonight for this main event. It's Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shota Umino. And this is a rematch.
This is a marquee matchup for me, yeah.
Well, it was the New Japan Cup 2 years ago, I guess, when these two faced off. We saw Shota Umino get blood and become like murder Shota Umino, for a lack of better way to put it. And it was awesome. And that's the first time we ever saw anything from him. And we were like, okay, this guy's great. And then New Japan kind of took that like pixie dust and sprinkled it on somebody else or something. They were like, Naito, you want some of this? And he's like, I'll take it, I guess. But
I'm leaving, but yeah, I'll take it.
So, they didn't really do much with it. But this time, this is like, Shota Umino's got to he's got to win this. He's got to win this. And I want him to win it. So as this match goes on, and I love Zack Sabre Jr. and I want to win every match he's in, but not this one. I feel like that Shota Umino has to win this. And if I'm going to care about his character at all, I care about this win. And so this match is great. We got Marty there, of course. There's great mat wrestling. And Shota doesn't always do great mat wrestling. He does it here, and it's great. It's move for move, and it's not just Zack Sabre Jr. making him do what he wants him to do. It's also Shota Umino doing great wrestling. But then Zack Sabre Jr. is like, oh, I see your arm there, and just violently attacks it in various ways. So Shota has to match his violence, and he does. And it gets extremely never. It's awesome. Shota Umino hits his finisher. He gets the win after Zack Sabre Jr. He slays that dragon and moves on. In the Japan Cup, he's one of many young guys. Well, 4 young guys that will be moving on in the New Japan Cup. Luke, what you think of Zack Sabre Jr. finally slaying the dragon? Or Shota Umino finally slaying the Zack that.
I know he's beaten him before, in a G1 match or something like that, maybe. I don't know. He has at least one win in the column, but yeah. I think he did owe a receipt to Mr. Zack Sabre Jr., of course. I know I give Shota Umino shit. I know I do. You've all heard it. This is one of my favorite matches in New Japan. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Shota Umino every single time. It's fucking magic. Nice. I love it. And this was no exception. I absolutely adored this match. In fact, I remember ragging on Shota because he has to face Chase and Yujiro. Oh wow! And then I didn't hate the Chase match, and I was thoroughly entertained with that stupid, not stupid, fun Yujiro match.
That was awesome.
And now he's just fucking crushing it, having just absolute barnstormer. So I'm not sure if I'm firmly behind. Like I said to Charity the other night, who is he? I need to know who he is. You're a roughneck, but you dressed all in pinkish colors, and you're like the kids. I don't know.
You're wearing a diaper. You're wearing a fucking diaper. Who are you, man?
Who are you? Because you're in ring, and how you respond to being getting your ass kicked or taking a stiff move you don't like, and you're selling. That's all great. I just need to know your character. Who are you? And don't do it the way Yo did, because that pisses me off. No end. But man, he's just so close for me being you know what? I'll get the next show to train. I'm so close to boarding the train. I want to. He's fucking amazing this tournament, and this was another.
He was example. Great. He's been great this year. This year and late last year, he was very good. Luke, the next night is night 11. It's on the 20th of March. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I'll take the first match. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Boltin Oleg versus Yuya Uemura. And, this is the quarterfinals, right? So this is whoever wins this gets to the finals. And so this is a big deal. Everybody's fired up. It's 2 young guys. We didn't mention it. Maybe I did a second ago, but it's all 4 young guys. It's Yuya, Boltin, Shota, and Newman in the quarterfinals. No Tanahashi, no fucking, whoever, Zack Sabre Jr. even. Nobody, no Goto, thank goodness. It's they have all been vanquished. Boltin has to face Yuya. Yuya goes after Boltin's arm, of course, right? And he has to grab holds to slow down Oleg's speed and his strength. Boltin powers out of holds though, and he gets a short kamikaze at one point. For 2, there's a great suplex war at one point, and it is awesome. Like the match is good, but then when that starts happening, it's like, okay, these guys are doing like a main event style match and they're killing it. Bolton fucks up Yuya's arm by throwing him around by it. So I love that. There's an alley-oop power bomb. When I think of alley-oop, I think alley-oop. And that's what happened here. Bolton just alley-oops him up, and then he hits the F5000, gets 2. They're awkward fighting to the second rope. Listen, I want to see the second rope kamikaze, but only when Bolton Oleg is comfortable doing it. He is not comfortable on the ropes at all. And like part of that's his character. He's a ground-based wrestler, but like part of it's like
some of it's him,
the real guy. You don't want to be up there. So they try to get to the second rope safely. And there's this really bad looking Frankensteiner because it's the only safe way they could get it done from Yuya. And he follows up with an also very awkward deadbolt suplex. Man, that like it's like something happened just in that one section where Bolton was like, I don't like this.
And it's the finish as well. So yeah.
And he's like, like moving him around when he doesn't want to be moved. That would be like wrestling a brick. So a very large brick. But there's a high fly flow. Yuya goes for another, but Bolton fires up, runs right in the second one. Yuya wins. I thought it was decent. It had that one really cool moment. Most of it was just okay, though.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. The right guy went to the next match here, to the finals. Yeah, like he wins with the Aces High, which is like, oh no, the Aces High is the outside. I guess it is a high fly flow. What I do love is when they will replay the journeys of both the winner of the next match and Yuya at the before their match happens or at the start of the last night. They'll show most of Yuya's pins, but they don't show the Oleg pin because after he does his move, he's not in the right spot to kind of get the pin. He has to kind of spin around on top of Oleg to kind of do it.
It's a lot of that kind of awkward, herky-jerky stuff going on in this match, right?
I think Oleg has been, at least for me, like so consistently entertaining and good that I kind of forgot that he's still a bit green in some areas, like, and as you said, with the second rope kind of spot. So I guess that's a credit to him that I just haven't really been noticing that much at all. So, and that's a good thing. So yeah, can I just point out, like, all right, New Japan will build up, and because you need to, different flavors and all that, a Western wrestler, and as what happens in wrestling, like if you're a Westerner, you weren't born in Japan more than likely, and you probably got friends and family in say like America or England, wherever you're from and all that. So if one of those companies goes, hey, come over here, work with us, you can't fault them for taking it, because it can be quite hard being full time in a country where like it's like, speak the language and all that kind of stuff. But there is a wrestler that has been in New Japan who is a Westerner that has been in New Japan for maybe a little longer than I've been watching it. And maybe they take him for granted a little bit. Because, like, you said it like a little while ago, they don't quite have anything for Zack Sabre Jr. to do. And I'm like, this is your Westerner that stayed. Like, he's been there 9 years, like, consistently. And we both know, like, if Zack Sabre Jr. just suddenly wants to go to a different company, like, he's going. Like, who doesn't want to have that guy on their roster?
He's a top guy.
Doing their thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the vibe is that, yes, he's a top guy in New Japan as well. He's not necessarily doing top guy feud shit right now. So I know he just got to like this far in the New Japan Cup, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's had some top guy moments, and so in New Japan you pay for those with bringing up other guys, and like he's very valuable for that. So we're going to see that he is in fact going to be booked against young guys recently, or like soon, in a way to bring them up. And like under his like tutelage, and it's going to be
Well,
awesome. So
I agree. Like, I would also say that Vegeta and Iwa have both become better wrestlers being in TMDK. And yeah, a lot of that, sure, is Zack Sabre Jr. But you also got like, you've got another hold specialist there with like Robbie Eagles and stuff too. And then you want to like fine tune your power shit. Big Jag's 45. He knows how to throw motherfuckers over. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. So even if they're not giving him the kind of marquee, awesome, amazing top tier storylines, you're right. They're surrounding him with people that they're super invested in, like Vegeta and Iwa, because and all that kind of stuff. All right, yeah, that's true. That's very valuable.
Well, Luke, let's talk about somebody who does have something going for him, and that is Newman versus Shota. Tell us about that.
God. This match is fucking amazing, and it's funny too because like the previous match with Shota, you were right. We love Zack Sabre Jr., but Shota needs to win this, and he did. Now I'm watching this match, and I'm like, all right, I'm not 100% like on the Shota train, but I'm watching this match. I'm like, this is great. But if Callum doesn't win this, what are we doing with the Empire?
It's got to be Newman that wins, right? It's got to be.
So, what are we doing with this group if we're not going to have any of them go fucking over ever?
Mm-hmm.
And like, sure, you can have them go over in previews all you want, but if you don't give them, stories or like big wins and shit, like what is the point? But still, like I'm nervous because just because that's what we want, and just because that makes sense. It's still wrestling, and
the New Japan crowd, the live New Japan crowd is very empathetic. Like they're empaths, and they like wear their emotions with volume and sounds, and you can hear it. And like you can hear this struggle going on in the minds of like everyone out there in the crowd, because I mean, there's a few people just going, "Fuck you, Shota," but and booing him. But there's most of the people are having the same struggle you are, where they're like thinking, well, logically, Newman needs to win this. Shota is suddenly kind of like heel a little bit in the minds of some people in this match because he, shouldn't win this, right? It's got to be Newman that wins, but we hate Newman. So it's like, it's great. Complex emotions for a complex match.
and they do get me. They'll get me in the final, the next night as well. Because in wrestling, anything, you could be told they've got plans, or you could feel like they're going in this direction, or anything, but nothing's real in wrestling until you see it with your own two peepers and it's happened, right?
And even then, it could be a dusty finish, so you don't know.
That's right. And I think this match is kind of stiff, right? Like these two fucking beat shit out of each other. This is fucking like,
it's never as fuck, dude. And Marty's there too,
dude. I Shota's bleeding from the mouth at some point. Like he's working hard, and that's what I think maybe I will get on a Shota train, because you know what one of my criticisms of Great Khan is, you might think like, oh, Great Khan lost that match, and then our review of the match, man, Great Khan seemed really unmotivated there, something
interesting.
Or maybe it's because he's going to lose. Well, Shota loses this match. You wouldn't know it by watching any second of that match until like right at the end, because he's wrestling this match like he's gonna him up and gonna prevail like a Japanese New Japan hero, even though like there's the mixed reaction and stuff. And I think he always does that. Like, just looking back at it, I don't think I've ever seen him look unmotivated in a loss. I don't think I've ever had that criticism with him. So, I got to put a bit of respect on that, because, this match had me guessing the whole time, which is good. Which is what you want, even though you think you know who should win and all that. It's fucking amazing. Like, we even get, like, major kick-out finishes and stuff. That makes me nervous. All right, Callum hit his moves. Okay, there. Maybe next time. And then Callum kicks out. I'm like, holy shit. And then he hits extra stank, extra emphasis, power move. Put Shota down. 1, 2, 3. Callum Newman wants to win more. Oh, did he cheat? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, he used all those underhanded tactics. Why? Because no one wants to win more than Callum Newman. And you know, he's not just working hard, he's working smart too. So work smarter and harder, I guess, is what's working for Callum Newman right now. These two on their parts of the brackets have had an amazing tournament. So what happens when these two collide after having an amazing tournament? They have a fantastic match. This is awesome.
Yeah, I think it's the best match of the tournament. You know,
and I like this more than the final. So yeah, I agree.
And honestly, the underhanded tactics that Newman used were very Jay White, like, you know, at the beginning. So like half the match, he, you know, and I'm not trying to compare him. I'm just like, you know, because you love Jay White so much. He did the rolling out thing. He was like doing all that shit at the beginning. But, you know, that's something Okada would do. You know, it's also something that he would do. So it's a main event heel thing, right? Yeah, that guys do. I love that. Also, something that is very important to mention is that at one point, like Newman starts setting up tables. And usually, you know, in wrestling, if you're setting up tables, that means those are for you, right? Later. But no, there is a awesome bomb. And I don't mean like somebody hit a power bomb while standing on the floor. There's an awesome bomb over the ropes through 2 tables that Newman hits on Shota Umino. That's the underhanded tactics you're talking about. That and avoiding contact and playing mind games. That's it, right? He didn't hit him in the balls that I remember. I didn't write it down if he did. You know, so. Did he? Okay. Well,
no, I don't think so. Oh,
yeah, by the way, he did, but
how you described it right now, I didn't have that note, but as soon as you said awesome bomb, I knew what you meant. Mike Awesome. Like, I like how they did the zoom out too. So I forgot the tables were there. Callum's going up for the power bomb, and then as Shota's in the air, it zooms out, and you're like, oh shit.
Well, usually when a guy loads up for that move, because you get him up, you do, you know, as you could do it like Razor's Edge style or do it powerbomb style. He did the powerbomb style. Usually when guys get up for that move, it just doesn't happen, right? Especially when the heel is doing it. You know, it's like, no, that ain't happening. And, you know, it was awesome. I loved it. I was so happy. Newman winning. I was running around my living room with my finger in the air at like 6 a.m. You know, it was good times. And after the match, you know, Newman like talks a bunch of shit. The 2 finalists face off in the ring. We're going to get the New Japan Cup finals, Luke.
Yeah. And we're guaranteed someone who's never won it before. In fact, we were guaranteed that the previous night anyway.
That's right.
It doesn't matter which combination of 4 we were going to get. And you know me. I love that. You know, I do. And here we go to the final night of the New Japan Cup. There's some things we definitely need to mention that aren't necessarily related to the New Japan Cup. Oh, look, here's Takeshita. Wow, on the last night. Hey, dude. What the fuck are you mean this whole tournament? Yeah, well, yeah, cool. All right, but it is the final night. He starts the show. I'm like, okay, weird, but okay, I guess they're doing the. And then I'm thinking to myself, look, I love LP. I love him. I love him, but let's do something different now.
Let's move on, yeah.
And all right, so Takeshita's here in Japan for this. Great. Who's coming out? It's fucking Chase Owens and Yujiro. And I'm like, fucking really?
Yeah. You're very disappointed, right? You're thinking this is going to be shit.
I keep expecting someone to like charge out and knock them both down and then take
Sonata!
The spot or something.
I was thinking Sonata was going to come back. That's like when they started playing House of Torture, I was like, oh, Sonata's coming back. He's going to win the title. No. But it was almost better.
And then I realized what's happening, and I'm just like, oh my God, please, Yujiro, please make it be Yujiro. If I had to choose between them, I'm choosing Yujiro. You've heard it here. You heard what I said. They get in the ring and they can't decide. But they're mates. They've been mates since Bullet Club. So like, what do they do? Chase and Yujiro, rock, paper, scissors. Yujiro wins.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he wins with scissors, baby.
He should have cheated somehow. You know, that would have been really good.
Dude.
But
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, he should have lost. And then as Chase is getting ready, just quickly grab Chase and just chuck him out. And then the bell rings and it's fucking Yujiro. That's great.
I like
Hey, it's House of Torture. It's fine. But I'm like, is this seriously going to be Takeshita versus fucking Yujiro? Is that what we're doing? And then I watch, like, it's under 15 minutes because it's a TV title match. And I'm both laughing / entertained the absolute whole time. The second time in a row for a Yujiro singles match where I have just been like, I really liked that.
It's not the second time. It's the third time, Luke. We'll talk about it here in a second.
Like, I guess it goes to show it doesn't matter how old you are or where you are in the card. New Japan starts, any wrestling company starts giving you something. And you know, it doesn't have to be like, we're pushing you till you win the top thing or whatever. You could still be kind of like a mini push like this and like still lose because you're a heel in House of 20. But I don't know, man. Like, Yujiro was great in these matches. Like, I liked watching him. Like, he was fun. And he did a lot of Yujiro shit, yes. But it's one of the first, I didn't watch him and think, man, this guy is a fucking coaster. He's always been a coaster. Like, I always saw Yoshihashi as like, man, they're never going to do anything with him. But at least, like, in his way, he tries, like, in his way. Like, whereas I always felt like Yujiro for a while, just like, he's not going to show you something, man. Like, if you want to see him show you something, you watch him over a decade ago. Now I'm just, I can't believe that. Like, you know, like, of course, Takeshita wins. It's Takeshita. And no offense, like, actually, like, there's no offense anywhere, but like, if Yujiro had won this, I'm like, really? ALP can't get the job done against this guy, but Yujiro can. So I'm like, all right, sanity at last, but still, I kind of want some more Yujiro matches if they're gonna give me this kind of Yujiro. Like, I'm just saying, look, anything can happen in wrestling. You could beat this dead horse. And then suddenly you're giving it mouth to mouth and you're just like, don't die, I like you. Like, come on, come back.
Yeah. The medicine is always there, and it's just good booking with good opponents, right? And that's what happened here. Yujiro made chicken salad out of chicken shit. Him and Takeshita did. I mean, Chase Owens was also there, but, you know, whatever. Luke, a while back, I messaged you. You were on vacation or something. You were far away from anywhere where you could watch New Japan. And I messaged you and I said, hey, the House of Torture Hunky Hot Boys Purge show is on the New Japan World for free now. We ought to watch that. And because I was watching it and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And one of the things I couldn't believe I was seeing is the Yujiro singles match that is on that show. Yeah. It is Yujiro versus a bunch of ladies. And it is top-notch pro wrestling. It is fucking fantastic. And so this is the third singles match that we've seen of Yujiro's this year that was just fucking great. And it just goes to show that, like, wrestling's not about cool moves. Cool moves do matter. And they can really help a match, but they don't make a match. What makes a match is a story and an entertaining one. And guys that can pull it off. That's it. And, you know, it just goes to show you here what wrestling's all about. I loved it. This is New Japan at its best when they can do this. I love it.
If you think to yourself, and I think a lot of people could make this claim of saying maybe is Yujiro maybe, and I will put it in air quotes, the worst wrestler in New Japan. Well, if here's the indication of like their bottom. Like, they really know how to teach a motherfucker how to wrestle in those days. Like, holy shit. I really liked it. So
there was a bunch of tag matches, but some shit happened. Tell me about it, Luke.
Yeah, absolutely. We got some important shit that happens. So some of it was like, all right, we got Taguchi, Wato, and Yo versus Kanemaru, Sho, and Doki, and they're setting that up, and it's official. It will be Yo versus Doki at Sakura Genesis. Yep, we kind of already knew that, but But there you go. But we get something that's very exciting when we get to the match of Taiji Ishimori, Driller, and Shingo versus Jake Lee, Akira, and Bag. And that is seeing Akira give Taiji that kind of ground submission that he got from Mr. Buzzsaw, Tajiri. And imagine someone saw Yoshihashi do the butterfly lock and was like, doesn't look like it hurts. That's not a knife. This is a fucking knife. Because it's in the same kind of family, maybe, of a move like the butterfly lock. But I see Ishimori in that move, and I'm like, holy shit, Akira, you're going to fucking rip that guy's arm out. Don't. That hurt. And even if he's not just, he's probably saved his fight, but like it looked like it was killing him. And they're turning Akira into this vicious little shit. Fucking love it.
I love heel Akira is awesome. He's such a fucking shithead. And I love it. I love how he runs around in the crowd just to fuck with people at the beginning. Like, I might attack you. I might. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I'm wearing a fucking weird mask. So we'll see what happens. It's great.
Oh, man.
I love it.
Yeah, no, it's it's really cool. Now, let me just double check that.
There was the tag team heavyweights. They're going to be in the matches, you see.
Oh, yes. So they are setting up heavyweight tag matches as well. Where is... All right, here we go. So
there is.
The thing is, I think there are some great potential tag teams or legit like tag teams they can have against the Knockout Brothers that will lead to great matches and stories. And yet, we're getting Iwa versus Zack Sabre Jr. versus them. Then don't get me wrong, that's going to be a great match. Again, I'm glad they're going to have a series. And hey, I'm glad that Yuto and Asuka, get to have some pretty cool matches with one of the top guys, Zack Sabre Jr. That's great. But man, Great-O-Khan and Hinari are just like right there, and a few other teams and stuff too. Like Driller and Shingo is right there. Like, yeah, so they're just going in a little bit of a different direction, at least for now. Anything can happen after Sakura Genesis. So that's where we're going with that as well. And the other thing is there's obviously a match where Oleg's on one side, Ren is on the other, and guess what? Oleg beat the Never Champ, and he makes it plain to Ren Narita, I'm next.
Good.
And I like the 3 belts thing kind of annoys me, but you know what? I'm always saying I want my Never title to be on a Never guy.
Yeah.
Boltin Oleg is a Never guy, so I want him to win. I won't be surprised if they keep it on Ren, but like if Ren loses his belt, he's a leader House of Torture. He's bump him up a bit to something else. Easy. And there you go. I got my Never guy as a Never champion. So that's a lot of the preview stuff that what happens. So they're definitely setting up some cool shit for Sakura Genesis, and I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, I want to see the junior shit. And also, just while we're here, let's mention that lately they announced that the New Japan, the IWGP, whatever it is, it's the juniors, best of juniors. Thank you. That tournament, they will be announcing instead of announcing all the people on one night, they're going to do it like on social media over several nights. And I like that. I think that's cool. I think that would be a good thing. We don't get to hear the crowd go, oh, when they announce Yo. Though, so maybe that's for the best, So maybe they'll still do the announcements. That'd be fun because the Japanese crowd will react the same whether they know what's coming or not. So, Luke,
by the way, sorry, just I mean to interrupt. Just to let you know, another reason Yujiro might have gotten this match as well. They didn't mention it in commentary, and I just saw it in my notes. It's Yujiro's hometown, so that's maybe another reason. Wow. However, it doesn't matter because I've probably seen him wrestle in his hometown before, and it was just like Yujiro being Yujiro. So this was different. This felt different. So
very important to get that in. The New Japan Cup Finals are next, Luke. It's Newman versus Yuya Uemura. Will they go with the young Japanese star? Will they go with the Gaijin heel, who is a fucking monster? We'll see. Newman gets a sword out. He's been getting the sword out, and he holds it to people's throat right before the match. It must not be very sharp. Uncut him. But, and it's funny because Newman is the one with the ouchie neck. He has ouchie neck, and he has to use rope breaks and all kinds of shit to get away from Yuya, who's trying to break his fucking like arm, which is connected to your neck, if you knew that, right? So Yuya hits a big arm drag, and Newman bumps out of the ring for an arm drag. Oh, that made me so happy. So they fight on the floor for a bit. Yuya starts his fuck your arm offense, and Newman sells huge. And it's great. There's a homie arm whip, though, from Newman, and Yuya bumps on his fucking face, and I loved it. Newman tortures Yuya right in front of Tanahashi, and Tanahashi's face is hilarious right here. And Newman spits at him, too, just to be an extra dick, right? It's not funny anymore, LIJ fans, is it? You know, the spitting, not funny anymore. So, now listen.
And I feel like Yuya's like that honorable wrestler type, but if you do something like that, oh, it's like that now. Okay,
right.
Well, I'm going to fucking hurt you even more.
Yuya's selling and his character, is it too hokey? Is that the problem?
I know he can take a bump, but I don't think he's a wrestler whose bump game we really talk about. I've talked about Shota's, or Iwa's, like he's taking punishment from Zack Sabre Jr. looking at me. Like, Ren Narita's, like, I'm seeing him, like, he's got a bit of a masterclass.
I'm telling you, the tires match. The tires match is the hardest I've ever seen him bump. He bumped like a maniac on tires, right? That seems like that would hurt a lot more than the ring. But anyway, Newman hits a bridging tiger suplex for 2. That was fantastic. Newman calls for a brief truce, though, and then spits on Yuya. That's awesome. There's a second rope arm drag into a double wrist lock, but Newman gets to the ropes. Again, he's the opposite of Zack Sabre Jr., right? But he's highly skilled. He's just the opposite, like alignment-wise. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They both hit monster lariats, and I don't know if anybody bumps better for a lariat in New Japan than Newman. Like, I don't know if anybody else does. He goes spinning off into space for a tiny lariat. It's amazing.
And because he's like 9'11", the fact that he can kind of like do those kind of like flippy bumps on those, it's just even more impressive. Like, he's too tall to be able to pull that off that good.
That's true. He's got that snap, man. He's also been doing this thing where he, speaking of shitty tattoos, he does this thing where he like gets his wrist tape, his black wrist tape off, and he's got a crown tattooed on his wrist, and it's all shitty. And he's like, I'm gonna make you kiss the crown, right? He doesn't do that to you. He gets the tattoo out, but he doesn't, make him kiss it like he's done other people, right? Will he win? That's kind of the question, right? Because he's done that every time and he's won. Reverse Rana into a double stomp for 2 from Newman, and he goes flying for the kick out on that. That was awesome. He kicked out like he was like Andre the Giant was kicking out. It's amazing. So Zane J gets up on the ring apron. He distracts while Newman sets up the double stomp onto the chair. That's how he beat, he's used the chair a couple different ways, right? Almost kind of Jay White-esque in the way that he's used distractions. Just saying. That was great. Yuya foils that. It drop kicks Zane J, who throws the chair in the front row, and a bunch of people are like, "Oh my god, I got hit by a chair!" I'm so happy.
They fucking loved it. I love the Japanese crowd.
They were so happy. They probably got a free
keep
T-shirt. Eddie Munster probably gave him the free T-shirt. He probably came out and gave it something. That'd be amazing. But Yuya fights to get the deadbolt. That's like kind of like when he's locking in his win. That's like Okada hitting the pile driver, right? It's like, this is it. He keeps trying to get it. There's a low blow and a Prince's curse or whatever it's called. Prince on the crown. And there's a double stomp, but Yuya kicks out of the finish, right? And I don't like
I'm
that.
nervous, so nervous, yeah.
But the crowd's on fucking fire. So I'm like, okay, I'm still here. Big bridging German suplex for 2 from Yuya. Dragon suplex for 2 from Yuya. Deadbolt. And Yuya goes up for the high fly flow. And I'm like, well, this is it, right? 1. He gets one of them. And that gets a 2 count. Newman super kicks you out of the air. It's okay. It's not the best like of those. That's a dangerous spot. Drop kick. You do the drop kick, then you're both in the air and you land together.
Yeah.
That's the move, right? But he super kicks him out of that's too cool though. So out of the air, it hits a huge lariat, and Yuya matches the insane bumping ability of Newman. Newman hits his new finisher, the Prince's Ass, or whatever it's called, and he wins. It is a like fireman's carry load up into like a side slam type deal, right? He wins the New Japan Cup 2026, and I have a lot to talk about with the post match. But yes, Luke, please continue.
Yeah, Callum Newman is the youngest New Japan Cup winner ever, so that's really cool. Like, man, yeah. See, they knew what they had, and oh man, I'm so happy for him. By the way, I do want to point out that after his successful defense of the TV title, Takeshita gets on the mic and he calls out Shota Umino, and that's going to be Sakura Genesis.
Oh,
it's going to be
very important to talk about that right now.
So. I know, but I might forget. But that happened on this show, so I just want to mention that here.
Okay, great.
Yeah, what I love here, what I love about this main event is I don't think they've done bits of this, but I don't think they've done it quite to this level in a while, where it's like, I've hit you with all my finishes. I kicked out of them all. I've hit you with all my finishes. I've kicked out of all of those. And there's that kind of like,
now what?
I don't think I've seen that for quite a while.
Right.
You know, like that big match, both men kicking out of each other's fucking, like, I don't think you know, that's a thing that's
Tanahashi versus Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. You know?
Yeah. But
they didn't invent a new move.
I'm all right when those two do it for that kind of thing. But you expect that from them. But it's not a trope that's been used a lot lately, I don't feel. And I'm like, all right. These two guys are crushing big time end of tournament main event. Fucking and I'm so happy when Callum won, because look, they'll always have Yuya's gonna do a lot of great shit. He is. But they need the Empire guys come out and celebrate with him.
Well, that's important. They don't. That's not what happens, okay?
Oh.
Tanahashi has to come into the ring, present Newman with the trophy after he got spit on. That's fucking hilarious. So Newman cuts a heel promo. Now listen, this is very important. There's some storytelling that goes on here. He says it's his empire, it's his company. He rips some guy who's talking shit in the crowd. He's like, come in here, I dare you. You know, that's what I thought. Pussy, calls him a pussy. And he says he's the new ace while staring Tanahashi in the fucking face. Then Tsuji makes his way down the ramp, right? Like, and he's looking sharp in a red suit. United Empire is out there, but they're out on the apron. They don't get in the ring. They surround Tsuji as he exits. Like, so they come out and get up on the ring once Tsuji's in, and then he leaves and they just kind of surround him, right? They don't get in the ring until the confetti falls, and then everybody gets in the ring. And it's like that is like good storytelling. It's like Newman's going to do this on his own. You know what
Callum
I mean?
even says, like, puts the hand up, like, to mean, like, don't worry, guys, like, it's fine.
Not here. I mean, let's have the moment, and then we'll beat him up later.
Which is with all the boys surrounding him and him doing like that. That's a leader of a faction kind of move, right there. That's the display of power, like right there. Like, this is my group.
Even Jake Lee listened to him,
yeah. Dude, like,
I love it.
You can still have top guy shit for Jake Lee while simultaneously having, you know, it's the same with Shingo doing top guy shit while Naito's around, you know, like, and he's also doing fucking, you're right, like, by the way, he also tells Yuya, you know, that was great and all, but it's time to get the fuck out of my ring. Or did he say it to Shooter the previous night? Just kind of like, this has made Callum Newman a threat going forward and a big deal in New Japan going forward. So look, they didn't really need to do that with Jake Lee. We kind of know that, like, he's dangerous and crazy. that's established, and all right.
If he's on your team,
really
he'll make everybody else crazy. So.
That's right. Dreamer watch Sanctor. And yeah, they really needed to do this, and I'm really happy that it's like he's young and hungry, and it's like he's got these guys behind him that are legit like big dudes and killers. Like Great Khan can kill people, Hanare definitely can, Jake Lee is dangerous, Akira's a little killer himself. Bag's the only one I'm waiting on. I want to be able to call him whatever the fuck his name is, like I want to see something, and hopefully with the junior tag team title match, maybe I will, or maybe he's just there to take the pin for that match. I don't care, but I want to see. We want to see
Brian Austin Green.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So you and I have been. Yeah, we've been a bit down on New Japan. I don't think that's any secret. We've blatantly said it on the fucking show multiple times. But there's always nuggets of them doing things that we like. But then sometimes we feel like maybe they'll pull back on it or they won't go that way. But we both wanted Callum Newman to win, and that doesn't mean shit. We want this guy to win, so. Mm-hmm. But then he does, and we watched this. I watched this live. I marked out. I jumped up and down. I was so freaking happy. And I messaged you straight away just to let you know. I didn't say no spoilers. I was just like, I have finished this show, ready to talk when you are. And then and then we were both like, oh my God, Callum Newman. I've got to do hey, people are going to watch this. Well, they need to see me know how I know.
No flipping. No flipping. No flipping.
No flips, just kicks. And and we would I couldn't even it was just a message and written words, and just reading your excitement. I'm just like, yep, I can imagine you've got a giant ass grin on your face just like I did too, and we're both so
just makes too much sense, man. It makes too much sense. And it's a guy, I don't want to put any bad juju on him, but it's a guy who's not injured, it's a guy who shows up, it's a guy who will bump for anyone. It's a guy who will, carry your company if you let him. I don't know anything about him personally, but Callum Newman as a wrestler, I'm a big fan. And especially over the past 2 years, I just feel like that, New Japan is always its long-term storytelling. That's always the deal with them. And so sometimes it's very long-term, and you get kind of like, what the fuck? Do they forget about this guy? But they don't forget about anybody. And so, eventually everybody's got something. And here we are. We got Yujiro fucking having awesome singles matches, and Newman won the New Japan Cup. And I don't know if he's going to beat Tsuji for the title, but he's bigger than Tsuji. And he is a guy that, maybe won't win the title the first time, which he didn't. This is the second time. Will he lose the second time? Usually top guys in New Japan don't lose that second time going for the title. I don't know.
And the thing about this is Yota Tsuji's first reign as the champ. A lot of Japanese wrestlers' first reign with that belt ain't very long. Okada's first reign with that title wasn't a huge long reign.
It's true.
I think that was his second reign that went for Mel. Was it the third one that went for mega long? But Jay White didn't have it long the first time. There's so many wrestlers that they're the champ, and then okay, I guess we're going a different direction. But that's so they could look. I think now that we've established Mr. Yota Tsuji, I might be kind of happy to have him chase for a little bit. Sure.
He lost his first title shot, right? Versus Goda, right? I think it was versus Goda. Was it?
No. Yota Tsuji's first title match was
Naito?
His debut, and it was against Sonata.
Oh, man. I forgot Sonata was champion. God damn.
Yeah. I like that reign too. And then they didn't really do anything really much after.
But he won on his second time, right? So I mean, we're both sitting here being like, well, trends are important. But here we are with the New Japan Cup with 4 different guys in the finals and a totally different winner. We don't know what New Japan's gonna do. You have to tune in to the next episode in order to find out what New Japan's gonna do next.
Absolutely. So there's no Best of Super Juniors news, except to say this is how we're announcing the Best of Super Juniors. But they have already put up 4 title matches for Sakura Genesis. So, I'll just obviously we got Newman versus Yota Tsuji, and I'm so excited. I don't think I mind who wins because I fucking love Yota Tsuji and I love Callum Newman. So like, I win. I've already won. There you go. We both have.
That's at Sakura Genesis. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And
interesting. Not at okay.
Yeah. Not at Dominion.
Well, I guess last year they changed that. Now the guy challenges before. That's okay.
I think they did that last year because they wanted to smush as many crappy title defenses in for Goto as they could in a short amount of time because they didn't want to do champion.
Well, they knew his body would fail him immediately. Yeah. So
that's right. As we've already talked about, the tag team match of Yuto and Oscar versus Ryohei Iwa and Zack Sabre Jr. That's going to be great. And Takeshita, of course, with
he's facing Yujiro
as well.
Yeah,
we should. It is Shota Umino versus Takeshita. That's going to be fucking awesome.
He's going to win. Shota Umino should win that. Right?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I would like it. Look, you know what annoys me? That the commentators and stuff will mention that, like, Takeshita's got a contract over here, and over here. Well, I feel like he spends all of his time over there, fucking more than he does over here. You know what might have been a lot better than putting him in a match in the fucking finals? Well, putting him in a match in the finals or something and have him lose or something. But having him in the tournament, I guess because they didn't want him to win. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Like, they always like to say that we're sharing him. Like, I don't feel like we're sharing him, like, at all.
Well, DDT got him for like 2 shows real quick. Also, there was a show booked by the mask guy. What is the name of the group? It's the Dark Order. The mask guy that's player number 2 or whatever he was. Like, yeah, that guy. Player 1. He has his own promotion, Mystery Wrestling. And Chris Brooks and ELP showed up together on that show, and they beat up Kikutaro and unmasked him. Showed everybody what his face looked like. Maybe it was somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was Kikutaro. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I love those guys. They should be a great tag team. Like that would be a great like babyface goofball tag team, right? Like Chuck Taylor, like that kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
So the 4th title match, if you're expecting me to say Akira and Bag versus Ishimori and Robbie X or Doki versus Yo, you would be mistaken. The 4th title match they have announced is Bolton Oleg and Yoshihashi versus Ren Narita, Yujiro, and Chase for the Stank belts.
Stank belts. Well, don't forget about those. Those are never titles, Luke. Didn't you know?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but we call them the Stank titles. We've been pretty consistent.
They stink. They stink. There's no doubt about it.
So yeah, they're doing Yo versus Doki on a preview to a Road to Sakura Genesis show instead.
But those are always big. It'll be like Kurgan Hall or something. It'll be a big like juniors showcase show. It'll be good.
Yeah, you're right because the other junior, the Robbie X Ishimori show versus Akira and Bag will be on that show as well. So yeah, look, absolutely junior showcase, and also since it might not be on the major Sakura Genesis show, maybe Doki can win. It makes more sense for me in my brain to have Doki as the champ during the Best of the Super Juniors, right? Than Yo.
Yeah.
Does that make more sense?
Well, that gives Sho a lot more to do, or Yujiro, or whoever the fuck they pair with them to go. Like, you'd normally be Evil, right? Or Dick Togo. Yeah. Maybe it'd be Dick Togo with Sho. That'd be good, right? It gives somebody else something to do,
Yeah. So
or Doki, excuse me.
Yeah. I know you meant, but yeah, so, but, it's also, can I just make just one final bitchy comment of, I really miss Evil. I really do. Like, a lot of wrestlers, when they leave, I'm like, that's a hole. but like that's fine. I've got like some of my fave mainstays. They'll probably never leave. And it's weird. I feel Evil's exit more than most wrestlers, maybe since Jay White. And to see Yo copying his moves makes me hate Yo even more. And Yo can go get fucked.
I love it. It's heat for you.
Oh
and,
yeah,
and he's trolling the House of Torture fans, right?
Yep.
So like
it's working.
you know what I mean? And like, but the babyface fans or anybody that loves Yo is like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. This is even better than the time he wore a clean raincoat to mimic Okada, made out of garbage bags. You know,
And-
so
and
it's even better than that.
You cut to me though, I'm like, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. God
Well,
damn it.
hopefully we'll
Yeah,
see
it works.
we'll see him get eaten like Pizza the Hut ate himself to death.
That's right. Pizza himself to death. All he could eat until he ran out of himself to eat. Wow. Oh!